world, and the Indian Racing League is a premier city-based racing championship in India, now in its second year. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I request on behalf of RPPL, I request Mr. Akhilesh Reddy, our Managing Director RPPL, to hand over a small token of felicitation, love and gratitude, memento to our Honorable Minister, Youth Welfare and Sports Development Government of Tamil Nadu.
So thank you so much for being here with us on behalf of RPPL. A small token of gratitude, a small memento to our Honorable Minister for Youth, Welfare and Sports Development, Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru Udhayanidhi Stalin. I now request Mr. Arman Ibrahim, Director RPPL, to hand over the memento to our Additional Chief Secretary, Youth Affairs and Sports Development, Dr. Atulya Mishra, IAS. Now I request Mr. Akhilesh Reddy, Managing Director RPPL, to hand over the memento to Mr. Meghnath, IAS Member Secretary, Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu. I would like to request Mr. Abhinandan, Director RPPL, to hand over the memento to the President FMSCI, Mr. Akbar Ibrahim. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Mr. Akhilesh Reddy, Managing Director RPPL, to please join us and take us through the launch of Chennai Formula Racing Circuit by small presentation. So over to you, sir.
Firstly, thank you, media, and I would like to thank dignitaries on the stage, Honorable Minister for the Affairs and the Sports Development, Udhayanidhi Stalin, and Additional Chief Secretary for Youth Affairs and Sports Development, Dr. Atulya Mishra, sir, and Member Secretary of Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Meghnath Reddy, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. The governing body of motorsports in India, Akbar Ibrahim sir, for their presence here today and their support for this, for making this happen. Again, I thank you all for the presence. It is truly a historic day for Indian motorsports, and we are grateful to the Youth Welfare and Sports Development Department, the Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu, and Government of Tamil Nadu for making Chennai Formula Racing Circuit happen, and support our efforts to promote and develop the motorsports in India through the Indian Racing League and F4 Indian Championship. Both the championships will be broadcast on Star Sports to the hero of England, Chennai Formula Racing Circuit. So, coming to the details of the Chennai Formula Racing Circuit, so it is India's longest street circuit, and it is going to be India's first street circuit, and also it is going to be India's first street circuit where a night race is going to happen. And lastly, I would like to thank everyone for giving this opportunity, especially Mr. Sir and Meghnath Reddy and Atulya sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I would request Mr. Akbar Ibrahim, President FMSCI, to please join us forward to address the gathering.
Honorable Minister for Youth Welfare and Sports Development through Udhayanidhi Stalin, dignitaries from the government, Dr. Atulya Mishra, and Thiru Meghnath Reddy, Akhilesh Reddy from RPPL, and friends. On behalf of the Indian Motorsport Fraternity and the Federation of Motorsports Clubs of India, today is truly a spectacular and an honorable day for motorsport in India. To give you a background, we've all been racing drivers from youngsters representing Chennai, representing Tamil Nadu, racing in India and racing internationally. As a young child, probably when I was not a child, but when I was racing as a youngster from Sholavaram to Sriperumbudur, I used to drive around this particular layout around the island grounds. It always fascinated me, and I always thought that one day when we have such a beautiful layout here, especially in our own city, it was a dream that we would be able to have a street race at some point of time. And thank you to our minister who have made this dream come true. It is a very exciting layout of 3.5 kilometers. The design of the circuit is being done by an international company. The documents and the dossier has been sent to the FIA Circuits Commission for the simulation approval, and we will do a final inspection before the start of the event. To have Formula 4, the FIA Formula 4 running in Chennai is obviously a great honor, and to also have a round of the Indian Racing League running in Chennai on a street circuit is certainly a great honor. The most important and spectacular feature of this is that it's going to be a night race. It's the first time in South Asia, and it's the first time in India that there will be a street race run in the night. It's a huge commitment, and we really appreciate the government of Tamil Nadu, the Sports Authority of Tamil Nadu, and the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Youth Welfare and Sports to support this whole program, which is certainly going to be a landmark event, a landmark circuit, and be the catalyst to further development of motorsport in India and give all Indian racing drivers and enthusiasts the opportunity to use this platform to progress further in their careers. Thank you very much.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். On behalf of Youth Welfare and Sports Development Department and Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu, I extend a warm welcome to all of you, and with a special gratitude to Honorable Minister Sir, AC, and other dignitaries on dice. There's a small PPT explaining the entire race, so we'll run you through the PPT. We are calling this Chennai Formula Racing Circuit. Chennai Formula Racing Circuit basically is a fusion of Formula 4 Indian Championship as well as Indian Racing Festival under the banner called Chennai Formula Racing Circuit. As has been told, this will be India's first street circuit, rather South Asia's first street circuit, and a night circuit also. That's the biggest thing, bringing Formula 4 racing cars to us. This is about the promoters. It's called RPPL, Racing Promotions Private Limited, based out of Chennai, bringing together some of the enthusiastic drivers from the city and around the country. They've got the exclusive rights holder of four-wheeler motorsports league in India. They're also promoters of Indian Racing League as well as F4 Indian Championship. The idea basically is to create a grassroots ecosystem through karting as well as simulator racing, and then finally also to ensure that there is a platform for local talent, and most importantly to showcase the fantastic city that Chennai has been for decades, particularly in the scene of motorsports as well as motorsports motor car manufacturing. Next. As I said, Chennai Formula Street Circuit is a fusion of two important things. So one, Indian Racing League, which has been happening, and now what we bring as Formula 4 Indian Championship. What constitutes Indian Racing League is Indian Racing League, which will happen at the Formula Street Circuit, which will happen on December 9th and 10th. Basically, we'll have Indian Racing League with 4 to 6 teams and 4 drivers per team. There will be 2 Indian drivers and 2 international drivers, and most importantly, in each of these teams, a female driver is mandatory. Basically, keeping in mind the Olympic Association call to bring in gender parity and gender neutrality, mandatory 1 female driver is there, and it's a team-based racing championship where you'll have Wolf racing cars and speeds above 140 kilometers per hour and built to FIA safety standards. As we said, this is FIA licensed event, and all the entire racing circuit will be built to those standards. Next. No, before that. This is the icing on the cake, what we are bringing to Chennai this time, the Formula 4 Indian Championship, the circuit as we call it. 12 drivers, a mix of again Indian and international drivers. FIA super license points enabling progression to F1. This is the most attractive thing of it. So whatever lose super license points, they get it, then it will help in their progression of the drivers to F2 and F1. Individual driver racing championship format like F1, similar format like F1 format. And the F4 cars will be brought in, Alpine Renault engines, 180 bhp. All this will be described by the event team during question and answers, and speeds above 20 kilometers per hour. Next. So here we introduce the Chennai Formula Racing Circuit. The circuit, as you see, is the circle around the island grounds. The paddock or the pit will come inside island grounds. A land has been identified. We will be putting a makeshift paddock. From where the cars would exit through the left and pass through the war memorial. Then the iconic Napier Bridge takes a right from there, enters the entire stretch through abutting the MLA quarters, MLA hostel quarters and all. Then takes a turn at Pomandura and then a straight route and will merge at the Flagstaff House route. So this is entirely 3.5 kilometer layout, as I said, stretching across island grounds, Victory War Memorial, Napier Bridge, with certain elevation changes also. Of course, what it offers is a fantastic view of the Marina Beach as well as Bay River in the far end. That's one of the highlights of the entire thing. And of course, the longest street circuit in India, 3.5 kilometers. We don't have such a long street circuit ever in India. This is the first time we are bringing in. And 19 corners with multiple, things there. And as we said, it is India's first night street circuit. So this is the basic introduction of the event and how it is going to be on December 9th and 10th. Next. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for taking us through the launch of, the Chennai Formula Racing Circuit. I'm sure after seeing this wonderful presentation, it is going to be one of its kind and which you are going to witness very soon. And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite Dr. Atul Mishra, Additional Chief Secretary, Youth Affairs and Sports Development, to please join us to address the gathering.
Honorable Minister for Youth Welfare and Sports Development, respected Member Secretary of SDAT, Thiru, the whole is full of motorsports who is present here today, Mr. Akhilesh Reddy, Mr. Arman Ibrahim, Mr. Arvind, Mr. Akbar Ibrahim, they are big names of motor racing, and my dear friends from press and media. A lot of good things are happening in Tamil Nadu with regards to sports. Once our Honorable Minister has taken over. On one side, we have huge infrastructure, you all know about it, infrastructure in form of sports academies, sports cities, district sports complexes, mini stadiums, academies, all these things are coming up. Secondly, sports has become a mass movement. You all know that in the Honorable CM's trophy, 3.71 lakh people participated. It is one of the largest sports movement which has happened anywhere in the country. And thirdly, Chennai has also become the capital of Indian sports. Tamil Nadu has become the capital in all federations, all names of sports worldwide want to come. It started with Chess Olympiad, followed by WTA, followed by the ATP Championship Trophy. After that, we had the Squash World Cup. Then we had, of course, the CF Trophy, a very, very big event, followed by the Hockey Championship. And now, today, we are bringing you and introducing you the next big thing, which will be happening on 9th and 10th of December. Megnath has given you an elaborate PPT presentation. Coming to motorsports, motorsports is not new to Chennai. Chennai is the Detroit of East. We have all big motor companies here. If you must have all been, we used to have motor car racing all the time. We were not in the international league till now. Everything big which had to happen with motor car industry was happening here. Even the testing range came here, which was built by Mahindra and Mahindra. But now we are into this is our beginning of the international step. F4, night race, the big things of motor racing. So I am very sure this will become a very successful event. As you have seen, the hockey has become extremely successful. There are many states which have done extremely well for hockey. You all know about Odisha. Odisha has done very well. Our minister visited Odisha, and there only this idea of holding the Asian Cup happened. But for the Indian team, Chennai has been lucky. In Odisha, we used to somehow, at the last moment, we would not reach the finals or we will not reach the semi-finals. But in Chennai, both times, 7 and now, we held the cup. And that is why our turfs have become very lucky for Indian teams. And the same luck we will have in motorsports too. With these words, I once again want that with your help, we'll be able to promote the idea of sports, the idea of fitness, the idea of good things in life. Nandri Vanakkam.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your valuable insights. Now, everyone, we are going to take you through a small audiovisual presentation on Chennai Formula Racing Circuit. So let's have a look at the AV, please.
The Indian Racing Festival is coming to Chennai. More action, more excitement, more thrills on the Chennai Formula Racing Circuit. Introducing the first ever night street circuit race in India. Get ready for the excitement of the Indian Racing League and F4 Indian Championship on December 9th and 10th, 2023 at the Chennai Formula Racing Circuit.
Well, everyone, now it's time for us to invite our Honorable Minister for Youth, Welfare and Sports Development, Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru Udhayanidhi Stalin, sir, to please share his thoughts. Over to you, sir.
வணக்கம். Respected Thiru IAS sir, Additional Chief Secretary, Youth Welfare and Sports Development Department. Respected Thiru Meghnad Reddy IAS, Member Secretary, Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu. Respected Thiru Akhilesh Reddy, Managing Director, Racing Promotions Private Limited. Respected Thiru Arman Ibrahim, Director, Racing Promotion Private Limited. Respected Thiru Abhinandan, Director, Racing Promotions Private Limited. Beloved racers and people from the motorsports community, press and media, அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். I'm delighted to be a part of this special event. It is a great initiative that the Tamil Nadu government is partnering with Racing Promotions Private Limited through a memorandum of understanding. We are happy to launch the Chennai Formula Racing Circuit and partner with Racing Promotions Private Limited to host the Indian Racing League and Formula 4 Indian Championship. This 3.5-kilometer circuit is located at the island grounds in the heart of the city. It's exciting because it will be the first street circuit in India and South Asia to host a night race. Chennai is the motorsports capital of India. We are proud to be hosting the first ever night street circuit in India. It's a historic occasion where Chennai will showcase its infrastructure and sporting culture to the world. Mark your calendars as the Chennai Formula Racing Circuit will host the F4 Indian Championship and the Indian Racing League on December 9th and 10th of 23. Under the guidance of our respected Chief Minister, the Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu will invest around 42 crores for this event. This is a big move for the motorsports in India. The Formula 4 Indian Championship is certified by FIA and is aimed at young racing drivers. The Indian Racing League is the only motorsports league in India where men and women compete in teams. Racers come from across and all over the world. The league is gender neutral with men and women competing against each other on an equal platform. The highlight of the championship is the FIA Super License points, It is important for those who dream of Formula One. Motorsports academies in the state offer training to budding drivers, playing a vital role in their careers. Chennai is known as the Detroit of Asia due to its auto industry. This links cars and racing. Tamil Nadu has produced many successful racers who have excelled on the world stage. Over the years, there is evidence that hosting street circuit racing championship have increased the brand value of the cities globally, like Singapore and Monaco. I am sure that Chennai will also get such importance. Recently, Tamil Nadu has successfully conducted the Asian Championship Trophy Hockey 2023 in Chennai. Currently, right now, the World Surfing League is happening in Kovalam. Earlier, the state conducted the World Cup Squash 2023 in Chennai. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's Trophy, a grand sports event organized by the state government, had attracted about 3,70,000 participants across the state. We made the announcement in the state budget to build a state-of-the-art global sports city. We have finalized the place for the ambitious project for the Tamil Nadu government. The state will also conduct the HCI Cyclothon event in October. The Indian Union has selected Tamil Nadu for the first time to host the Kalo India Youth Games 2024. These achievements make us proud and ready for the International Formula 4 motorsports. I believe this event will nurture new talents and open doors for the Indian racers in the prestigious motorsports arena. Thank you all for being here. Let's work towards making Tamil Nadu a sports powerhouse in the Indian subcontinent. Thank you again. Nandri, Vanakkam.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for such a remarkable speech. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as sir already mentioned, it's time for us to exchange the memorandum of understanding, and to do the honors, may I invite onto the stage Mr. Meghnad IAS, Member Secretary SDAT, and Mr. Akhilesh Reddy to join us forward for the exchange of MOU. So, in the presence of our Honorable Minister for Youth Welfare and Sports Development, Government of Tamil Nadu, and all other dignitaries, respected dignitaries onto the dais, we are now having the Memorandum of Understanding, everyone. Well, now it's time for us to officially unveil the Chennai Formula Racing Circuit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as all the dignitaries mentioned, it is indeed going to be the pride moment for Chennai as well as Tamil Nadu. Here we launched one of the historical events where we are going to create history and make a landmark, the official unveiling of Chennai Formula Racing Circuit by our Honorable Minister for Youth Welfare and Sports Development, Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru, Udhayanidhi Stalin, sir, and all other respected dignitaries of the dais. So we request all of you to please join us for a small photo op. Can we have you all to please? very big pride and a special moment for all of us. So let's all raise a toast and make it even more better, ladies and gentlemen. We have all our dignitaries officially unveiled the Chennai Formula Racing Circuit. All right, thank you so much. So now, our friends from press and media, the floor is now open for Q&A. So please feel free to ask your questions.
Logistical nightmare. Are you planning to have a trial run, some trial event before the main race starts? And also, you have only 4 months. Do you think it's enough to create the circuit?
Good afternoon. Yes, Santosh. So we have multiple simulations that go through on various different levels. So only post those simulations which are assessed by the FIA and driven, who basically are our circuit designers, who are again certified by the FIA. So after the preliminary simulations, then they go into further enhancement of them. Also with the exact cars that will be used during the race weekend. So the Wolf, Thunder GBO8 and the Formula 4 Mega powered by Alpine cars will be simulated on this layout. Only post that will the FIA then give the certification. Then they will arrive here and do a physical certification of the circuit in terms of looking at the various aspects, which are your braking points, runoff areas, which will already be approved after the simulations. But then again, coming and physically checking them as well. And only post that will there be sign up, and then we will be able to go ahead with the race itself. We went through this with the Hyderabad track last year as well, so we have some experience in terms of building a street circuit, and we are confident in the abilities that we have in hand, and the work has already started, as the president had mentioned in his speech. And yes, we have a couple of months to put it all together.
And adding it to your question, how the drivers are going to experience. So before the race, we're going to give them at least minimum of 3 to 4 hours of practice session a day before the race. So they will have ample of time to get the track on hand.
To clarify that, as a championship regulates, we have 90 minutes to 120 minutes of practice time, which is the same as anywhere else in the world, as gone through, as stipulated by the Formula 4 and the league itself. So there's enough track time for the drivers to get acquainted with the circuit and the layout.
The nature of a street circuit is that it's run on the streets of the city. So it's unlike in a closed circuit where you can allow for pre-testing to take place or do a trial event. It's not possible to block the street. So any street circuit, be it Formula 1 or be it Formula 2 or Formula 3 or any championship, the street circuit is always done through a simulation with the FIA. The simulation is accurate, exactly the same as to what forces transgress the whole circuit together, mainly in terms of the barriers, the safety barriers, as well as the safety fences. And then, of course, prior to that, to ensure that the track is the surface is completely level. Prior to the event, 1 week before the event, the FIA inspector will be present, and he will do the evaluation inspection, which will have to confirm that the structure is exactly in conformity to the dossier submitted for the simulation.
Arman or anybody, Akbar or anybody can just, when did you start work on the circuit and how far along is the construction and what are the basic, will that pit paddock will be a temporary structure or is it something more permanent in nature? And also about the challenges of doing a night race in terms of lightings and all. So what are you working on that? And just give us some idea of that.
So coming to that, technically we start working at least 2 or 2.5 months before itself on ground, and coming to the lights and the safety aspects where you fix the concrete blocks and debris fence panels. These are going to start a month and a half before the race, and everything goes according to the FIA spec because the simulation is done by the FIA and then they give the spec in order to make sure that the track is safe. So everything will be done according to their specifications. Sorry?
Did you start work on this facility there?
We'll start immediately, most probably by this month end itself. We're going to start the initial work, and we'll be in a full-fledged of work by, say, end of September.
Minister has mentioned 42 crores to be spent for this event. What is the share of private concern? May I ask Mr. Aglesh Reddy?
Okay. So coming to that, the private, we are investing around 200 crores in that.
Developing the circuit or?
Yes, to develop the circuit.
What kind of road development to be?
So coming to the local infrastructure, that is where the government is supporting us, helping us, and we thank you with the whole heart for that, for the government, the support they are giving us. And apart from that, there are lots of other elements which have to be taken care from our side. For example, the debris fence panels, they might look like a regular mesh, wire mesh, but they are not regular wire mesh. They are the FIA certified and a licensed item where they are manufactured only in Europe, and every 30 pieces, out of every 30 pieces, 2 pieces have been done the crash test. So they are technically advanced. And coming to the concrete blocks as well, they are designed such that even if you hit the block in the speed of 240 or 250 kilometers, it makes the car turn rather than taking the whole kinetic energy and crushing the car. So we have invested the whole in this, like electronics and other things, and government is supporting us with the local infrastructure development and other requirements which are required.
So 19 more corners is there in the circuit. Mr. Meghnad Reddy has mentioned. Do you have any special arrangement for the corners, for the participants?
Yes, in the corners, firstly you get the curbs, and apart from that you get the tech pro barriers. And along with that, if it's a tight corner, then we give the runoff area.
Sir, this is for the minister and the secretary. Sir, in the larger picture, for so many years now, we have not had a Formula One racer from India. Like there are like several other players who are topping the list from several other countries like Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, and all that. But we don't see a lot of Indian players in the Formula One. We do have in F2 and F3, but when it comes to F1, the presence of India has always been very less. Of course, like we are very good in terms of cricket, and in recent days we've been doing good in terms of chess also. We saw Guhan, surpassing Vishwanathan Anand, and he's also part of the top 10 global, what kind of like resources are we providing them with, and what work are we putting in that manner?
So firstly, coming to that, there has been a couple of drivers from India, you can say.
Yeah, I'm telling in the recent years.
So the reason what you have said is very much true. We don't find much of Indians in the motorsport because there has been a lack, and there has been a perception that motorsport is quite a costly affair, and it's a, you can say that everybody can't afford it. So in that process, we are trying to make it affordable. That's the reason we did from April to June, we did the karting championship. We are trying to get the talent out from the talented guys, and then we are trying to nurture them. We are giving 100% scholarship, and with the support of people like Minister Sir and the Tamil Nadu government. So we are trying a lot of other things to create the ecosystem. So along with the drivers, we are again giving the free internship for the engineering students, where they're going to get the internship for 5 weekends for free of cost from the Netherlands engineers. And along with that, we are trying to get a couple of mechanics also from the local mechanic shed or anywhere, so that even they will get a chance to grow much more higher in their career and mold their career into the motorsports. So we are targeting in all the aspects, and with the support of the governments and other people, we are doing as much as we can do. As a starting step, we would say that yes, we are getting much more, we are getting good response than we had expected. And hopefully in 5 or 6 years, definitely, we might see someone in the higher range.
Just to add to that, like you say, why are there enough drivers? It's very difficult for 20 drivers coming out of karting. They all have to go abroad to race. Our whole objective here is to bring the best to India. So our young racing drivers who are coming up with a lot of aspirations get to compete in their own background, in their own familiar in their own familiar hometowns. So it's a lot more where they feel a lot more confident. It's a lot easier for them to raise budgets, go to sponsors and whatnot when it's live on Indian television, and when it's happening in their own cities. So that basically helps them to get started off in their career, and hopefully there'll be more and more. We'll be able to bring more and more international events and help the young drivers to actually get to achieve their goals and their targets while competing in India itself, and getting the best of the time to come here and compete rather than our drivers having to go there, from the very beginning of their career.
So bringing the game here is the first priority, and then, yeah, all right, thank you.
Women drivers? Whether the women drivers will be participating, so because from these long years.
So in the Indian racing leg, every team have a women driver. Even last year, out of 4 drivers in every team, we had 1 female driver. So we had 6 female drivers last year. This year is going to be the same, 6 female drivers. And apart from that, there might be a couple of drivers in Formula 4 as well. So our intention over here is to show the gender neutrality and also to show that even women can do that. And it's a sport where both the genders can equally participate.
Akbar, from federation's perspective, how crucial is the support from the government side, and what are the benefits that the state will get out of organizing a race like this in terms of tourism and other local economy?
Thank you, Santosh. For the sport, what the Tamil Nadu government is currently doing, like I said, it is a dream come true. For the government to come and participate in a joint venture and to invest money, one thing is giving permission. The other thing is to invest, which means it shows the commitment and the belief to take the sport forward and provide our people of Tamil Nadu an opportunity to be part of an international level of motorsport. What it does for the whole ecosystem is it certainly has a huge impact on tourism, because not only, apart from the fact that half the world in the motorsport community will be watching this race, because it's a night race, it's a street race, and it's in the city of Chennai. What it will do is that get a lot of traffic from across cross-border states and also from different states to come over for the event. And it also creates an ecosystem for more teams and more people to get involved, which means, again, job opportunities. Because when you bring high-level equipment and you bring the event at a higher status in the street circuit, it does get more people involved in the sport. It also gives opportunities to officials, it gives opportunities to engineers, it gives many opportunities to everyone involved with the sport. And that's why I said it's a big ecosystem.
Sir, you're bringing a very big circuit now. Whether it is going to continue forever, it's going to, because it's a bigger circuit.
No, it's going to definitely continue. And as of now, the MOU we signed is for 3 years. And we did the 3 years because the maximum we can do, but definitely we're going to go ahead with it. And it's not just for a day or two. So next year we are coming up with the Formula 3 as well. So the leagues and the championships are adding on, but the circuit is going to be there.
Yeah, Santosh, absolutely. But we always believe in, performing in each category and then moving forward. We started off with just the racing league. Now we've progressed to Formula 4. We'll prove ourselves here, make sure that it's a successful event. We're obviously launching this. We are at this great event. So once we perform there and prove ourselves, then we move ahead. But we want to do it organically, as you've been involved in motorsport for such a long time. So you've seen that we have to grow steadily. I think that's very important for all involved here.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us and making our grand launch of Chennai Formula Racing Circuit a successful one. So for every beginning, there is an end, and for every end, it is not a beginning. To deliver the word of thanks, I request Mr. Abhinandan, Director RPPL, to please join us forward, and I would like to also thank all the dignitaries on the dais.
In Chennai. Of course, also Mr. Atulya sir and Meghnad sir, thank you so much for your support along the way. And Mr. Akbar Ibrahim of the FMSCI. Without the federation, obviously, this is not going to happen. And thank you to the friends of the media. Thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to seeing you in December at the race. Thank you.